In the auto world, when you achieve iconic status, those who put you there will accept nothing less than rolling perfection. That's the challenge facing the all-new 2006 BMW 3 Series. And the fifth generation of the world's best-known sports sedan meets that challenge head-on, starting with styling. Inspired by the 5 Series, tighter lines, improved aerodynamics, and sharper sheet metal achieve a fresher but still characteristic look. The 325i wears 16-inch wheels, while the 330i dons 17s. The Sport package adds 17-inch wheels on the 325i and 18s on the 330i. All trade in the spare tire for standard high-performance run-flat tires. These rear-wheel drive sedans are turned by two versions of BMW's latest 3-liter twin-cam 24-valve inline-six, using a magnesium and aluminum composite block for the first time. In 325i Series form, it delivers 215 horsepower and 185 pound-feet of torque. Output in the 330i is 255 horsepower and 220 pound-feet of torque. Transmissions are all 6 speeds, a standard manual and optional Steptronic automatic for both, plus a sequential manual gearbox for the 330i. So how do these dueling sixes stack up? Well, our test 325i automatic will sprint from 0 to 60 in a none too shabby 7.2 seconds. The manual will do it in 6.7 seconds, while the 330i manual comes in at 6.1 seconds. The variable valve timing 6 revved willingly to redline, delivering fine high-end power after a sluggish leap off the line. The exhaust note is low, but there's still a growl. There's nothing but praise for the response of the chassis. New to the 3 Series is a double pivot strut front and 5-link rear suspension. That configuration is well suited to a car with a 50-50 front to rear weight balance. Reaction is rapid in any lane change or emergency situation. So quick that most drivers will welcome assistance from the expanded dynamic stability control. Steering feel is heavier than its predecessor, but in a totally sporting way. Optional is BMW's active steering system with a wider variable ratio. While there is also less feedback, it can reduce oversteer in emergencies. The all-vented disc brakes also score well, with stops from 60 averaging 129 feet. The larger disc delivered smooth and stable stops with great pedal feel and little ABS pulsing. In the bump and grind of daily driving, the 325i delivers a firm yet sporty and compliant ride, exhibiting excellent interior noise control. The new 3 Series interior is 2.2 cubic feet larger, and standard burl walnut trims the cabin, yet the look is more functional than fancy. Buyers can choose from the standard single-hood, driver-oriented instrument panel or optional dual-hood version with room for a simpler-to-use navigation iDrive display. 2 audio systems fit the 3 Series. Standard for the 325i is a 10-speaker dual subwoofer CD MP3 stereo. Optional to our test car and standard on the 330i is a 13-speaker Logic 7 system. Shared standards are tilt telescoping leather-wrapped wheel with audio controls, cruise control, start push-button ignition, and 2-way power moonroof. At the back, passengers will welcome the slightly better knee room, but it's still a tight fit. The optional split and fold seat backs include a small trunk pass-through. And trunk space is also up from 10.7 cubic feet to 12. Plus, losing the spare adds a storage bin under the load floor. What's left? Well, how about the price tag? Base for the 325i is $31,595. The 330i asks $37,295. Higher than competitors like the Infiniti G35 to be sure, but then this is the one true 3 Series. The 2006 BMW 3 Series keeps evolving, improving, and staying ahead of its rivals in the 2 things the brand is most noted for: technology and driving feel. The new 3 Series is still the affordable sports sedan benchmark and still without peers.